see it almost kickstarting? Today is obviously part of the journey. So if I was to arrive at your website as soon as I've heard this podcast and I want to get involved, what will I be finding?
Well, there's quite a lot of information on the website already. Of course, there can be more and more, but it is hopefully quite clear that we're trying to build a interpretive hub of information for people to get, I don't know, is it to get answers? No, maybe it is that, to get answers for their questions. Various questions, maybe
even spark other questions.
Exactly. I was like, there is so many topics that we can build on, that we can talk about. There's a signposting page for people to, if they want to be signposted to other professional services, mental health services, or mental health wellbeing services. There is that. There's a conversations page, which hopefully will have a lot of guests coming to speak about various different topics. There is a space for articles that we would like to invite lots of people from our business and outside of our business to write articles for us. We cannot do it all ourselves. We don't have that capacity. Maybe we don't have that expertise, that experience. So we want to use all of that availability, whatever's in the world, to bring it in.
And I guess another aspect of that is the financial piece. So around donations and people supporting. So if they're really drawn to what you guys are creating, how can they support you?
Yeah, there is a donation page. And I think the thing is, like, our goodwill to start this off ourselves without funding, without any support at the moment. It's just us funding it. Goodwill can start something, but how does it continue? It cannot continue without some kind of financial support, funding, whether it be other people lending us their expertise and things that we don't know, like technology, Instagram, WhatsApp group, anything like that, at the moment.
Abundance comes in many forms.
That's it. You never know. So it doesn't always have to be financial, can be through other ways. But if people wanted to donate, it would, at this moment, I think maybe people would have the question, what are we actually donating to or for? But it is actually literally to the running of the website and to the trust, the running of it.
Even like booking this costs money.
Everything costs money to do. Yes.
And if we want to invite experts in, they need to be paid. So if we want to access that world-class information, we will have to pay people to come and have a chat with us.
And it's important to, I think, talk about it openly, right? Everything needs, an energy and a river flowing through it. And part of that is, keenness, involvement, and financial. Yeah. And you're open to, where that happens.
And hopefully in the future, if we have charitable status, which we absolutely will be working towards, so we will start going through that process very soon, that if we have charitable status and funding and things, we can then put back into the business, and we will find ways to be able to do that. But of course, that conversation can only happen. Well, it's not that it can only happen then, but we need support and a flow of So, and it's not for us at all. No. It is so that we could build Dance Sport Trust.
Build the structures. That will enable the flow of everything, of information, of connection.
So from someone who's not in the dance sport community, as myself, what do you think's been difficult about, why is it now that this is happening, in terms of what's the most difficult thing about making this happen? Is it, what is it?
I think people, I think going back, it was kind of a bit like the previous question. We've had quite a few suicides in our industry, also quite a few people getting quite ill, and I know that happens in any walk of life. But I think there's just so many stresses within our dance world. And humans, we're slow learners. We cling to what we know. We don't generally like change. And so, like I said before, we kind of need to re-envision and empower people that they have like common, like Nicole was saying, having given people choice. And so I feel it's just so many things. And the first thing for me, I felt so helpless when those suicides have happened, and other things. And it's just I don't know. It just feels timely.